Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bad Beast Barbecue. Hey, today we're going to be doing a product review on Walker & Sons Slap Your Mama Cajun Étouffée sauce. Now, the wife and I, being from Louisiana, you know, we've eaten a lot of étouffée throughout our life, so I think we probably can consider ourselves experts as to what étouffée tastes like and what we consider to be a good étouffée sauce. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning on our shrimp, and we're going to be sauteing those first before we put those into the sauce and cook those per the directions on the jar. Let me give you a little bit of history on the Slap Your Mama Walker & Sons company. Okay, the Walker & Sons company is out of Ville Platte, Louisiana. The Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning was created in the kitchen of a local convenience store. Now, the Walker family decided to create their own seasoning mixture for the food that they were serving to their customers after they got complaints that the food was overly salty from other types of seasonings that they were using. Okay, the name Slap Your Mama came about when it was jokingly said that when you use this seasoning, the food tastes so good that it will make you want to go home and slap your mama because she could never make something that tastes that great. So they have a line of different sauces and different seasonings, and so I'll put the link down to their website down in the description block. You can check those guys out. I'm not getting paid for doing these endorsements. I just want to check out the sauce to see what it tastes like. Okay, we've used the Slap Your Mama seasoning before. It's very good. It can be considered a great good Cajun seasoning, probably along the lines of Tony's and Zatarain's. So, but okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started cooking here. So don't go away, hang around, and we'll show you the taste test at the end. All right, guys, like I said before, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and saute our shrimp. The original directions on the jar say that they want you to put the shrimp into the sauce raw. But once again, we're dealing with layers of flavors here. So we took the Slap Your Mama seasoning and we seasoned our shrimp. And now we got our induction cooktop here. We're gonna spray a little olive oil in here. And we're gonna go ahead and saute our shrimp, okay? So let's go ahead and knock that out. All right. And we're just gonna do this so we can add a little bit of flavor to the shrimp before it goes into the sauce. Okay. All right, so we got our shrimp all nice and sauteed. We're gonna put that on the side, and we're gonna get our other pot for our étouffée, and we got that on there. All right, so now first thing we're gonna do is gonna reduce our heat, and then we're gonna empty our étouffée, the entire jar, into the pot. That's some pretty thick sauce here, so the instructions say that you gotta put water in half the jar in order to thin this out. So that's what we're gonna do. It's a 16-ounce jar. We got 8 ounces of water here. So we'll put this in here. All right. Top it up. Give it a shake. And we're gonna add this to the pot. All right. Better wipe off my induction cooktop before that starts to burn. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and bring this up to a boil before we add the rest of our ingredients. We'll be right back. Okay, so our sauce has boiled, it's thinned out a little bit, so now we're gonna go ahead and add our seafood. We got like half a pound of cooked crawfish already, so we're gonna go ahead and put that in here. And we're trying not to get the water that's in the bottom of the bowl in here. Now the original recipe on the back of the jar says you only add 1 pound of seafood, but you know, being from Louisiana, we always like to overdo our seafood. Got to have more seafood in the mix than sauce. Okay, so all right, now we're gonna go ahead and add our shrimp. And once again, now I don't mind getting a little bit of this, these juices in here, because this is seasoned juices when we sauteed our shrimp. Okay, so get that in there. Get it mixed up real good. Alrighty. And now we're just gonna put the top on here and let this simmer until everything is warm through, and then we're gonna be ready for our taste test. So hang around. Okay guys, so the étouffée, or the Slap Your Mama étouffée, is done. It's been boiling and simmering now. All of the seafood is cooked. Like I said, the original directions said throw the seafood in raw, and then it'll be ready once the seafood is cooked. But we went ahead and we sauteed our shrimp before we put it in to add some extra flavor. Plus the crawfish tails that we threw in there were already pre-cooked. Okay, so it's looking good. We're gonna go ahead and serve us a little taste up, and then we'll be ready for dinner. So just stand by. The étouffée is complete. The seafood is fully cooked. Well, it was already fully cooked before we put it into the sauce. We sauteed our shrimp to add an extra layer of flavor, and the crawfish tails that we put in here were already pre-cooked. Okay, so let's go ahead and have a quick taste test and see how this came out. See if it needs any additional seasonings or not, and then we will be able to take this upstairs and go ahead and have dinner with the wife. Okay, so we'll go ahead and dish up a little bit of this. Now, to be honest, I think that the sauce itself may be a little thin. I might back off on the water next time. But once we pour this over rice, or pour this, tonight we're going to be putting this over orzo, which is a pasta, then it should be just fine. All right, so let's go ahead and have a taste test. Smells pretty good. Actually, it's not too bad. Now, it's not homemade étouffée sauce by any means, okay? But I would say for a quick sauce out of a jar, it would definitely fit the bill, okay? I don't know if I would want to slap my mama with this one here, but I don't know. Maybe I slap my sister or somebody, but anyway, it's a pretty good sauce. You should try it for yourself. The crawfish and the shrimp in here, and that extra layer of flavor can be tasted from the seasoning, from the Slap Your Mama seasoning. I think it's gonna be pretty good. We got a little garlic bread upstairs, and like I said, some pasta. We're gonna pour this over. So I think this fits the bill. Well, okay then. Well, that's all we have time for tonight. If you want some Cajun Étouffée, pick up a bottle of Slap Your Mama and check it out for yourself, okay? Maybe next time we'll use some beer to thin it out instead of some water. That will add a little bit of wheat type flavor to a little bit of in-depth flavor to the sauce, okay? So, like we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If it's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there. See you guys around the smoker.